Sports video games aren't really a genre we talk about a significant amount here on this channel because it doesn't necessarily fit with our overall theme. However, with the early release of Madden 21 available on EA Play, the subscription service that allows you to pay a smaller monthly fee to try out EA's games and therefore not have to pay full price for half-finished products, I figured this would be a good opportunity to show how Madden, as a franchise, is really representative of Electronic Arts as a company these days. And it really starts here, the very entry to the game, where it gives you the option to select something other than an arcade game style. I'll let you know right now, though, that the major critique of Madden is that it is no longer a simulation sports game. It is entirely arcade. It does not play realistically. Nothing seems to function in a manner that reflects real life. It is a caricature of the sport and really of sports gaming. But to me, ultimately, it's not so much the gameplay that noticeably falls short in the franchise these days, though a lot of people look at it and say, oh, well, that is not what we signed up for. They're the only company that has simulation NFL rights, so they should be producing a better simulation NFL game. I do understand that, but what really is the problem with Madden is more so, well, everything else about it. Just look right here. You open up in the game and they instantly ask you to create an avatar to represent yourself, which naturally means that I make this 400-pound, 5'5" space alien. And look, right here, instantly, I haven't done anything in this game yet, and yet I'm already ranking up for some reason and earning all of these rank up rewards. For what? The game hasn't told me what the rewards are for. They haven't told me what I could possibly be using this in as far as game modes go. It just hands it to me, and I haven't even accomplished a single thing other than created the avatar, a mandatory task. Madden, you see, has problems with its foundation. The actual roots of the game are not right. If you have foundation issues in a house, what do you do to fix it? Well, you get down to the foundation and you do repairs there. It could be extensive work. It could be work that requires you to strip away a little bit of what rests on top of this foundation in order to repair it. You simply don't put down a fresh coat of paint and expect the foundation problems to have been resolved. And yet that is what we get year after year with this franchise and in general with Electronic Arts in their development process so far. For example, look right here. Owning EA Play means I get access to the deluxe edition, so I have all of these packs that come into play in Madden Ultimate Team, which of course is the one game mode that EA does care about because it is the game mode in which they can introduce microtransactions. But once you get past that screen, suddenly you can't even get into the main menu without having just more and more giant overlays, gaudy backgrounds, a lot of just layers and colors and graphics. It just takes up so much. Look at it. It's very busy. Simply put, there's too much going on here. One of the first things I have to do is go through and mute the entire soundtrack. Well, not the entire soundtrack. Big Crit, that's the only artist that has my respect. But I have to mute the entire soundtrack because, again, this is all cosmetic. This is flash. It's no substance. All sizzle, no steak. That is the ultimate issue with what EA Sports does, what EA does as a company with Madden. It's not so much that it's just that it's not a good simulation anymore and it's too arcade. It's the fact that they keep tacking more and more layers of unnecessary cosmetic garbage on top of what is wrong and expect that to be the fix. Here, I have completed a Madden Ultimate Team challenge. How nice. What is my reward? Well, a quick loading screen, then back to another loading screen, and back to this, all right, congratulations, I have these points. And then I level up in a different level up bar, which is different than the one that came in earlier when I created the character. And now I have more items, and here's another card of some guy that I don't even think I need, or I don't know how to put him anywhere that I need him to go to, because it gives me a billion options and not a single one of them is put it aside, I'll decide later on. You have to just kind of hit back and ignore what's happening. Dismiss all. Finally, there's the option I've been looking for. It's hidden away underneath all of these gaudy, cosmetic, unnecessary layers. Check out the best part of the game so far. I left Ultimate Team, get to the main menu, and here he comes. Yes! I honestly forgot this is what it looked like. It's even better than I remember. But you get to the main menu, and again, look at everything that's going on here. You've got all of these buttons on the bottom. You've got all of these descriptions on the side. You've got your avatar standing right there in the middle. It's really impossible to fully understand what is happening here because, again, there's too much going on. What EA has kept trying to do is to just attach more and more things, to patch it more and more together. They add new play modes like the Yard, which honestly is a lot of fun. It's reminiscent of NFL Street, those old games that were so much fun to play, those arcade games. But in order to get there and actually play it, you have to cycle through all of these menus and all these tutorials and all of these descriptions of what prototypes are and what's going on. And it is really, really significantly difficult to just get into a game and play. You see, this is too complicated. That's the simple truth of it all. It is too complicated to load up Madden and try to actually play a game. You have to cycle through menu upon menu and tutorial upon tutorial and level up bar. I don't care about all this XP that I'm gaining. Let me just play football already. It's like imagine that you have a phone charger that is shorting out. The solution would be, just get another phone charger or something. But EA's doing the equivalent of trying to plug that phone charger into some sort of other powered converter that can then connect your phone in. It's a brand new mess. It's unnecessary, and it's an unnecessary solution that doesn't actually fix any of the problems. It's an unnecessary solution to problems that don't actually exist and are not the problems that we are begging them to fix. We don't need all this extra stuff. The fix is to remove the extra stuff, get back to the very, very basics. Don't worry about all these fancy game modes, these flashy graphics, all this stuff that's up on the screen. Strip it all away and simply make a football game. Don't give me all of these awful jerseys that no one ever asked you to design, like the straight out of Cam Newton's wardrobe here, Because what gets lost in all of this unnecessary, flashy in all the wrong ways, demonstration and presentation is the fact that the Yard is a pretty fun game mode, and it's cool that they added it in. It's got aspects of NFL Blitz or NFL Street or all of those, fun arcade over-the-top style games. That's a lot of fun, and it should be easy to get into. And yet it's not. What always made NFL Blitz or NBA Jam or any arcade-style sports game so popular with people is that it was accessible to people who did not know about or care about sports in a serious manner. They could pop in, get into a game very quickly. They didn't have to know who any of the players were, what their strengths were, any of that. They could just get out, call da bomb, and have some fun. This game makes it very, very difficult for you to get in and have any fun. So there it is. That is Madden 21. It can be very fun, and it is often very fun. But the problem we have is that all the fun is hidden away behind all this unnecessary layers of fixes that don't actually fix a single thing. And it ends up being about as much fun as watching Cam Newton try to lead a team to victory. I don't really like Cam Newton much. I guess that's really the punchline here.